on another radio call. I need to introduce him. Um, we got him back here again. Love one or hate one always matter. Whatever you want to call it. You know. New topic, man. We got Oscar De La Hoya coming out of retirement to fight Floyd Mayweather in July. This is not confirmed yet, but De La Hoya has expressed interest. I don't think we've gotten anything from Mayweather promotions yet, but it's De La Hoya he's coming out of retirement. He's officially out of retirement to try to get some fights, not against anybody, of course. An actual active boxer, but he's trying to fight retired guys and other fighters. That's what he's trying to do right now. He came out of retirement, so he's expressed interest for that Floyd Mayweather fight. What do you think about it, man? I can let you go first.
Okay, well, you know me. Well, I still think it's a good fight, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too hyped about the fight because we all know that Oscar De La Hoya gonna need a tune-up before he can even dream of getting in there with Floyd Mayweather and making it competitive. I do feel like Oscar De La Hoya, just off his name alone, and people are so desperate to see how Floyd will look in a real fight at his age. I feel like the desperation of us boxing fans will still have us tune in. And I still think it's a good fight because, they will never. I think they're going to go to their grave hating each other. That's how I feel about Oscar and Floyd. Yeah, they might respect each other, but they don't like each other. It is what it is. Shit. Even Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis is like Oscar versus the Mayweather. So even they fighters don't like each other. Just imagine them as fighters themselves. But even though I thought Floyd clearly won the first fight in like an 8-4 type of fight, I don't care what nobody said. I gave Oscar like maybe 4 or 5 rounds at best in that fight. There's a lot of people would disagree with me. You do have, your small few out there who thought Oscar pulled it off and got robbed by Floyd. And then I hear your people out there who say it could have been drawn. A lot of people do feel it was a close fight. So the rematch do make sense. But me personally, I would rather see a Mayweather versus the Pacquiao in a rematch than that. Reason being because I feel like Pacquiao still showed he can hang with the young dogs in the sport right now. Pacquiao, not only that, I feel like Pacquiao Mayweather fight was it was closer than advertised. I should say, even though I thought Mayweather clearly won that fight too. And Pacquiao, like I said, Pacquiao is still showing he can still be dominant, or let alone just win at the top level. We haven't seen that from Oscar De La Hoya in ages. Shit, I don't even know Oscar De La Hoya. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know if Oscar De La Hoya could beat maybe Andre Berto right now.
Oh no, of course not.
A lot of people are trying to kill me for saying this, but I do not know if he could beat Andre Berto right now. Like, this dude, Andre Berto, convincingly, then we talking about competing with a Floyd Mayweather. Because me personally, I feel like Floyd don't need no tune-up for no Oscar. And Floyd can beat Oscar De La Hoya. Because we have to remember that Oscar De La Hoya has been in a lot of wars. Floyd hasn't. So that means Oscar has more wear and tear on his body. His last fight was a devastating quit on the canvas. Not quit on the canvas. Quit in the ring type of fight. This Oscar De La Hoya cannot compete with a Floyd Mayweather Jr. That's my thoughts. Let me know, Sonny.
Yeah, man. You made that was funny how you mentioned that Burrow thing because I was saying nausea. That first thing came in my mind. De La Hoya couldn't even. Not only would he get knocked out by Andre Berto, knocked Spark out in like 3 rounds. I don't even think De La Hoya could beat. Let me think. He could probably beat Jake Paul with some good training. I don't think he could beat Roy Jones Jr. I don't think De La Hoya can beat any boxer right now, even remotely active. You don't even have to.
Jones too big for Oscar though.
Yeah, I mean, none of them come down in weight. I'm just saying, I don't think I don't think Oscar De La Hoya could beat anybody who's even, like I said, remotely active. Who not
Yeah.
let alone somebody who's fighting on the regular. I'm saying even somebody who hasn't fought in about a year, he can't beat any active boxers right now, at all. But
Give him a shot against McDonald.
okay, yeah, but Mayweather's not active either. He's not. He hasn't fought what since Mayweather. I'm talking about dudes who either are active, or haven't fought in about a year. Berto fought Lamar. Didn't he fight Lamont Peterson?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he fought Lamont Peterson recently. Um, so yeah, I don't give him a shot against anybody who's leaving a little bit active. But they said he did because don't I want everybody to forget. De La Hoya recently did this. He recently did come out of retirement. He went into sparring and he went back into retirement after that because sparring taught him that he shouldn't be fighting right now. But he said he was fat. That's what he said about himself. He was winded and everything, and he got beaten sparring, so he kind of went back in retirement. So he's already gotten put in retirement again. Now, according to him, he came back in retirement, and now he looked. He said he looked a lot better in sparring. He said he didn't realize he was still that good when he was in sparring. Still, De La Hoya, he's fat, he's old. He don't really have conditioning. I know that for a fact. So, he hadn't fought a real boxing match in a while. So, you said what now?
He's still pretty quick.
Yeah, you can be quick, but that conditioning, defense, and everything, the speed. Floyd Mayweather Sr. is quick, so, I guess I should just put everything to the end. Floyd Mayweather Sr. is quick. That speed is the last thing to leave you in terms of your hand speed. But, Mayweather, he is a little bit more active, recently.
Like you said, conditioning, though. I think Floyd will get him on a conditioning part.
Right, he'll do exactly what he did with McGregor. Start with the body shots early on, 6th, 7th round, take him out after that. Let him get winded and everything. Let him throw his punches early and do exactly what he did with McGregor. That's all he would need to do. Now, he could go out there and try to, get everything done early and really try to fight him early. The exact opposite of what he did with McGregor. Go ahead.
Now, I'm asking you a question. You don't think I got a chance?
Not a chance at all. 0%. Yeah, not at all.
I agree with you. I don't think he's gonna beat no Mayweather, but I think what he could do, he could bring some drama to the fight. What I mean by that, like maybe land a big hook. Maybe Floyd might go down for the first time in his career. Because Oscar, he's already been a little bigger than Floyd.
Yeah, he is a little bigger.
He can make 160 right now.
Right.
I know for a fact Oscar walking around like damn near 200.
Right, 180, 185, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like he already like.
No, I want to say, Oscar De La Hoya is 48 too. That should just add that in there. Hey, what I was looking at, man? I looked up Oscar De La Hoya. What's the first thing that pop up? Roy Jones Jr. willing to fight Oscar De La Hoya on Triller.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. We were just talking about that, and that's just, yeah. We were just talking about that, and there that goes. 2 sources saying he's willing to fight Oscar De La Hoya on Triller, which I don't think he can. I would love to see that fight, man. Love it. I would definitely pay to see that fight, and I think Roy Jones Jr. will beat him. If that fight were to happen. But back to the Mayweather thing. De La Hoya is 48. Mayweather is 43. Mayweather is more active than De La Hoya. I know he's been training more recently than De La Hoya. Mayweather, he's not really active, but he's fought more recently. And he's definitely in better shape. And he's his ring IQ is off the chart. So if he gets in there, and I think Mayweather, there is a good possibility of him taking this fight. He didn't say, one thing he did say is he's not fighting any more active boxers. But one thing about Mayweather, and this is controversial, but it's the truth. Mayweather ain't gonna take a fight that he might think he might lose. He ain't gonna take a fight that he thinks is a possibility. He's scared to lose. He won't take a fight like that. He takes all the fights that he knows he can win. He only took one fight that he thought he could lose, and that was the Pacquiao. And you saw it on his face.
Hell no. Floyd didn't lose on that Pacquiao.
No, he did. No, because you remember. Well, he didn't. I don't think he thought he was gonna lose. Let me rephrase that. But I think it was in there that he really got to take this fight seriously because it can really go wrong. He was nervous. Did you see what? Did you go on the All Access, man? You had to look at that All Access before the fight. Mayweather was saying clear all the fans out. He wasn't talking all that smack. He wanted to be alone. He was real timid in the beginning of the fight. He wasn't scared. I'm not gonna say he was scared, but he was real cautious and real timid. This was, it was the biggest fight of his career, but Mayweather won't ever take a fight that he thinks it's really a good a serious danger that he might lose.
Floyd think Pacquiao was on steroids too, so
yeah, and they said he did feel it too.
But we'll get that on another day. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Oscar versus Floyd.
Yeah, I think they get in the ring. Mayweather, he has great IQ. He just holds out. He hits the because that I'm gonna tell you what's gonna really get him. A body shot from Floyd Mayweather right now in Oscar's point of his career could really just knock him out. Could really hurt him. You big like that and you hadn't fought in a while, slow, not conditioned. A body shot like that can even a medium power body shot can really mess you up. I think,
Yeah. And Oscar always been susceptible to that body.
Right. Mayweather he'll do exactly what he did with McGregor, and I don't think it's even going to be as hard as McGregor if they were to fight. Like I said, it's definitely a good chance of Mayweather taking this fight. De La Hoya, he's 48, hadn't fought in a while, and he's not really dangerous. He's fat. I think Mayweather could take the fight, but like I said, it's crazy. You looked at De La Hoya fight up, and the two sources already saying Roy Jones Jr. willing to fight De La Hoya on Triller. I would definitely like to see that fight. But yeah, man, that's all we had. But it's weird.
I got a better chance against Roy. Though, I ain't gonna lie.
Better chance? He has a better chance against Ward than Floyd, of course. But I don't think he beats him.
Hell yeah.
But I would like to see that fight. I would definitely like to see that fight, especially if it was in the prime too. Go ahead.
Andre Bergson though.
Huh?
I want that another one.
Yeah, he'll get killed by Andre Berto right now.
Now Andre Berto finna fight Keith Thurman.
Oh, whoa, that's big. That's big.
Hear about that one?
Yeah, we gotta do.